It is very joyous that all of us are here in Turkey to celebrate the puja to Fatima. As you know about her, that she was the daughter of Muhammad Saab and was married to Ali, and she had two children, Hassan and Hussein, who were ultimately killed in Karbala by the fanatics who were that time called themselves Sunnis. All this happened because there were fanatics, and the fanaticism that makes person thinks always that they are on the right, and they have every right to be angry, persuade, convince another party, another person. And these fanaticisms grew since long. It's not a new thing. It is so obvious now that our main problem in this world is of fanaticism. Fatima lost her two children, and she was the embodiment of Grihalakshmi. She resides in our left nabhi. So for all the diseases that are connected with the spleen, all the problems that are connected with your left nabhi can be only corrected by Fatima. So you have to keep Fatima awakened within yourself. That we are here in the Islamic culture, let's say this is place of Islamic culture. And in the Islamic culture, a housewife was given a very, very important. At the time of Muhammad Sahib, there were struggles and fights and wars going on between different tribes. As a result, many young men were killed. Only quite old people survived, and also so many women. This is the reason why Hazrat Muhammad said that you can marry 4 wives, 5 wives, but you cannot allow them to remain unmarried, or they will have extramarital relationships. That will be the greatest fall for Islam, for that religion. So he understood that unless and until women are kept absolutely chaste, absolutely pure, there cannot be the kingdom of God. In Sanskrit there is a saying, Tatra Narya Pujante Tatra Ramante Devata. Meaning, where the women are respected, are worshipped, and they are worshipful. Not that they are to be worshipped, but they are respected. There only exists the kingdom of God. So much responsibility is on women. So from Fatima's life we have to know that she did not go out of her house, and she remained a housewife. And she made her 2 children grow up in such a manner that they had to fight a war against fanatics. Her husband also was there. This is how a woman of a housewife is shown to be so powerful that though she is in the house, though she looks to be just a mother, but how powerful she is. But these days, a new type of ideas have come up. Men also have been very nasty and very aggressive with women. As a result, we find there's a big opposition to men. And a kind of a big rift has been created between men and women. Also the men, the way they started becoming licentious, perverted, going to bad women, the good women also thought, why not we also become like that? And they also started doing wrong things which they should not have done. That's how the whole society crumbled down. Now the men are responsible for the politics and the economics and also the nation as administrators. But women are responsible for the society. Whether she's in the house or she's outside. Whether she's working in the house or outside, she is responsible for the maintenance of the society. And then it looks sometimes to a woman that she's dominated, that her husband dominates her, that the husband's family dominates her. But it's the quality of a woman that brings up the level of the society, not only the level, but also in the family, she is then respected. It's a very important role as a housewife. Perhaps we never realize it. Now we see so many lights here. Electricity is there running. But what is the source of this electricity? Is it not much more important than these lights? So men are nothing but, we can say, the kinetic energy. But what is the potential is the woman of the house. But these days, it is becoming a very funny situation. I was surprised when I went to Italy also that how women have made themselves cheap. And they want to look attractive. To every man, what is it? It's a joyous pursuit into which men are going, and women are making themselves absolutely cheap. This cheapness of women is not going to give them any strength or joy. I know one feels very unhappy the way men treat them. But you must have your own personality. You must have your own understanding that you are a woman, you are Shakti. And nobody can suppress a Shakti. But if you do not keep to your own personality or to your chastity, then you cannot achieve your goal in life. And your goal in life is to give power to your son, to your husband, to all the society. The woman gives power. I am also a woman, as you know, and I also have a family. With all the powers that I have, I never showed them that I had all these powers. I always listened to my husband, obeyed him, though sometimes he was very unreasonable also. And he also came from a society which was more Islamic oriented. But it was just a joke for him. Because I thought he's just like a child. And I have to be very patient. He always says that because of my powers he earned everything in life. Always, in the presence of everyone he says. I don't know that part, but definitely I feel very satisfied with my own married life. I never think the way other people think, that we must try to dominate the husband, we must fight him, we must have a right to do this. Our right is within ourselves, within our powers. Also the men must realize that they have to respect women. I mean, not to such an extent that she tells you to do something wrong, you just get lost with this. That's not it. That's slavishness. Men have to be men. It in no way means the women are dominated by men. I never felt that. Because if you have your own powers, ultimately whatever may be the husband, he'll have to come and understand what you want. He'll have to know what you want. I've seen it many times in my own lifetime that it has done that way. I would never say anything. Suppose he gets angry, I would keep quiet. Alright? After all, he has to fight outside and he has to take up temper on people. What could he do? If he does this to others, they will beat him, so it's better he takes out temper on me. And I never felt that way, that he's dominating me. Only day I thought he's taking out his temper. But I've seen that whenever I said something to him, he thought of it. In his lifetime I've taken 11 decisions. And all his decisions, he still remembers one by one and knows that it was very, very important. Other things I never tell him what to do. Whatever was most important is the principle. Now, he also realized that I have a very important mission. So he gave me money, he gave me time, gave me all freedom. But first I had to establish myself as a very sensible, devoted wife. The men as a whole are very different type, you must understand. They are extroverts, and whatever the women care too much for, they do not. It's all right. Because women and men are complementary. Like Ali was there outside working everything out, while Fatima be in the house, home, who never went out. But he knew his source of energy, from where it was. Because women were never respected as Shakti, they started getting drifted into these Western modern ideas that we have to fight men, they are problematic, they are troubling us, and we should take revenge. That's how society cannot work. Responsibility of the women is much greater than that of men. Men have to just go to offices, work it out something, come back. Women have to lifelong generate the energy for the growth of the children, the protection of the husband, for all the sensible things that she has to do. That's why in India we say a woman is to be absolutely respected. And she has to be respected. Moreover, it is not only in India, I have seen it all over, that women are always respected if they are housewives. For example, also that I knew somebody very highly placed, a minister in the cabinet of England, and he was supposed to be little wayward, and nobody would take notice of him. Nobody would. They wouldn't look at him. I was not so good at the scandals that they had in the whole diplomatic circles. But they said, why don't you talk to this man? No, what was it? Why? See, he's horrible. He is not a good man. Yes, but why? What has he done? He's a flirt. And he is looking at other women and he's doing all kinds of things, and they told stories about him. Such a big man like a minister. Why is he behaving like this? Like a stupid donkey is going about, nobody would shake hands with him. Even men would not look at him. Now, of course, a new society is forming of all these stupid people. That's different. But one Sahaja Yogi who will visit these places will be amazed how stupid they are. They can make it out. All of them catch on their left arm, whether they are women or men. That's more dangerous for men. Men also must know that if their wives are so chaste and so good, they must respect them. They should also realize that they have also Rakhi sisters, which is that we are very chaste. We respect the chastity of our Rakhi sister. And we do not want to in any way comply with anyone who does not respect the chastity. Then the men also become chaste. When the women are chaste, men also become chaste. And this chastity is your main power. This chastity is the power of Shri Ganesha. And when you get Shri Ganesha's power, you know how powerful you become with the innocence that is awakened. So without the chastity, the women cannot achieve anything in such a. One has to give up all the past ideas, all the past things. And also the way there is bombardment from the newspapers, from the media, from everywhere. Recently I read a beautiful book, so big as that, has come out, that media versus America. In that they have said that how this media has put ideas into the heads of women and men, decrying the utility of married life. How they have killed the man. They marry and divorce, they married and divorce. Something goes on all the time. In Sahaja Yoga, of course, is not that bad. We had 86 weddings this time. 86. Out of which one was about to fizzle out. That also is established. In Sahaja Yoga is much better. People understand the importance of marriage. It's a drama, but also it is tapas. It is a tapasya with which you understand your own powers. I would say a man is like the sun, but the woman is like the mother earth. The difference is like this. That the sun shines with light, it gives also nourishment to the mother earth in a way. And the mother earth gives everything. She bears so much of things. She bears all our sins. So a housewife is like the mother earth. She gives joy to everyone, to her husband, to her children. She doesn't think about herself. She doesn't think how I could achieve great things through my beauty, maybe through my body, through my education, through my powers that I have. No, she doesn't. What she thinks, how I can make others powerful. How I can make them powerful. How I can help them. This is the typical ideology of a woman. If it is not so, then she is not a woman. I mean, she feels, if somebody says, I want to come to your house for dinner, but she feels very happy. Oh, welcome. And now what should I do? What should I do? This is a woman's attitude. So, today is a day I have to tell men also that you must learn to respect a woman who is chaste. Please understand, if your wife is a chaste woman, then you have no right in no way to drop her. Not that she should be respected, but you should see that everyone respects her. Nobody insults her. You should stand by her. You should be identified with her. But if she is not a chaste woman, and if she is that kind, better keep out. I do not have that much courage to say that all right, go ahead with her and I'll look after it. It's very difficult. I don't know what complications might be. With all these experiences, one learns one thing for definite, that woman is much more evolved. She has much more powers. She is much more wiser than other people are if she keeps to her chastity. That's the point on which all her movement rotates, all her personality rotates. She may be anything. We had women, like there was a lady who was only 17 years of age and she became a widow. Widowship at the age of 17. And she fought a very horrible king called as Aurangzeb, and she sought with that woman. Her name was Tarabai. We have women in India of different characters in a way, fighting in different ways. But they were first and foremost their housewives. All their powers were there as housewives. So do not look down upon a housewife. When I am traveling in the plane, they ask me, Mother, what is your profession? Housewife. My profession is housewife. I am a housewife of a very, very big town. Looking after my children, I am loving them, they love me. And this profession is the best, I think, because it is so joyful. It's so beautiful. Islam is so energy giving. At this age also, I never feel my age because I am the mother of so many of you. And it never comes to my head that I am old now and I must do this and I must take rest and I must not do this for them. Because this feeling of love for my children, I have to nourish them, I have to look after them, because all my powers I have to give. I never try to show off my powers to in any way. It's only you who should imbibe all my powers. That's the only desire I have, that you should be as powerful as myself. Of course, you discover it that I have powers, that's different. But as far as I am concerned, I want that you should forget as to what powers I have, but you should yourself have all these powers within yourself so that you can save the world. That's the only thing I want to give you. And I want to assure you that you all can have everything that I have. Only thing, if you understand, simple thing in life, that we have to be righteous. We cannot play about. We cannot misbehave. Nowadays, so many things are coming up, things that men are doing and women are doing. We are not. In the evolutionary process, as we may say that there were some monkeys, chimpanzees, that became human beings. But no, in between there were some other human beings that came in which vanished. So, very few people will become servants, who will be saved. All the rest will be not there. They were neither monkeys nor human beings, finished. These are all self-destroying things which kills the family, which kills the chastity within us, and then we are left high. we are nowhere. We have diseases, we have troubles, we have problems. So be careful. Very, very careful. And this special puja for Fatima is puja to Vishnu Maya. Also the guilt that works on the neck can be cured if you develop your chastity. You will never feel guilty because that's such a virtue you have. That virtue you will never feel guilty. And you can stand up to any nonsense because you are standing on the truth of chastity. Today is especially, I would say, where we are worshipping this great ideal of chastity, that is Fatima. May God bless you.